Well, it looks like we're bonding, you know? Having a good time. Right, honey? Let's get in the light. There she is. That's Chari. Yeah, she's doing pretty good. She's pretty docile. She's a bit skittish. She gets nervous, but I don't react to it. She just recoils, but she isn't really a lunger. So she's inquisitive, so that's a good sign. She's just making herself at home, smelling. Her neck is elongated, so that's a good sign. She's not, nervous. She's gonna slide off of me if she keeps going, and she's gonna learn what gravity is about. So go sit down. See, there we go. She just kind of like squirmed a bit, but she's just nervous. She's much better to handle now after about a week or so. She's fed and she's shed. Apparently, she hasn't shed in a while, so that made her very like apprehensive and irritable. So it wasn't good to handle her. I did handle her, but I learned about making sure that I read the body language signs. So I kind of brushed up on that while I was unable to handle her for about a week or so. But she's pretty docile now. She doesn't really do much. Lays about, stays warm. I'm about to feed her tomorrow, so I won't be able to handle her for another 2 days. So I'm just kind of enjoying the time that I have for her now before I have to leave her alone. They're very instinct based. They don't have too many higher cognitive functions. Their brains aren't set up for that. Their brains are really set up to intake a massive amount of sensory data, vision, scent, heat. Um, the regular Abdullah Oblongata stuff, reptile brains basically, very reactionary. Not a lot of foresight, and the only thing they could really do is perceive possible threats and food very well. Higher level thinking, a lot of feelings they don't possess. Their brains just don't work that way. Um, but she is very fun. Her scales feel great. If you see her twitch in my hands, it's pretty common with all snakes apparently. As soon as you touch them, they always tighten and tense. It's just a reaction again. Yeah, she's moving again. Basically, it's just you can think about it if you're walking down the street or just hanging around and you don't see the person behind you, and then they touch you on your back or on your butt or something, and you will tense. You'll That's their reaction. They just have a lot more body to deal with. She's definitely gonna fall if she keeps going. Give me a moment. Moving, moving is you kind. I want to do it slow with her and present my opposing hand slowly so she sees it. My understanding, they don't like their head being touched. It's understandable though. It's most of their all of their sensory organs besides touch are there. She just flinched a bit. She does not really. Most snakes don't like it apparently. You'll see a lot of people on YouTube. They'll touch their heads and whatnot, but apparently it's ill advised. And since I'm just a novice snake handler, I'm just gonna be very careful not to bother her. Her tail is shedding, so she definitely doesn't like that. Earlier in the week, her head was shedding, so she did not enjoy that at all. Yeah, she's wanting to explore. This is a good sign that she also wants. Her feeding response is high, so she'll probably feed tonight if I fed her, but I'll wait till tomorrow. I want to make sure I get as much handling as I can with her. She definitely seems to perceive height very well. She doesn't like the fact that I'm so tall. She squirms a bit and she tries to find lower altitudes. Yeah, she didn't appreciate that I just bopped her head just by accident there and just moving my jeans. Her head is very sensitive. Yeah, her head is very sensitive. She always seems to, when she reaches a new texture that she's not aware of and she's not used to, she just jumps back. So the carpet over here, the shag rug right down here, she'll definitely recoil at, but only initially. Currently, she's trying to make her way into a nice dark crevice. They are nocturnal, so they're not too pleased to be out in the daytime. They sleep most of the day. You can't tell as they have no eyelids. They just close their irises to the point where no light can get in, and that's how they sleep in the middle of the day, in the middle of the sun if needed. But if there's a dark spot, they'll find it. Her coil's wrapped around my abdomen. I can feel her head on my spine. She's squeezing, not squeezing, but definitely moving. She wants to find a quiet spot. Give me a second. Yeah, she's moving now. Come on. No, honey. Do it really slow, real slow, real slow. Getting used to my scent and getting used to the fact that as long as she's in my arms and she recognizes my heat signature and she recognizes my scent, then she's safe and she's free to move around. I never really want to impose any idea that I'm unsafe. Right now, you see her head is slightly raised. She is looking for food. This could also be perceived as aggression. There, but I really feel that most likely she is looking for food. You can tell if you put your hand in front. Yeah. Fast movements she does not like. She's much more of a skittish snake. She is not really aggressive at all. She is much more liable to run away than to um, bite you. She's coiling up. She's not too manageable right now. She wants to move. All right. Come on, honey. Come on, Chari. Come on, come on, come on. Oh. She's a very good girl. She just shed, so her skin is really white. She's really great, though. Really great. All right, guys. Bye.